Hello, friend. Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. Now, what I'm going to be going through today is from my last video, or the second to the last video that I'd done, was all about what I was wanting to offer you and do for you, and what questions did you have. And I had an incredible response. And so in this video, I'm actually going to cover those questions and share some things about those and touch on them a little bit. But there's also going to be some of these that actually are videos that I'm actually in the process right now of producing and putting together. So if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a great channel, a great community, and you're not going to want to be without being a part of it. And also go ahead and give us a thumbs up. What that does is helps YouTube better direct through the algorithms of YouTube to make sure the individuals that are looking for certain types of videos able to find those on YouTube. So let's right away get to the information and the questions. So first, what I just want to say is thank you. The compliments that I received, had no idea. Absolutely amazing of the number of individuals that wanted to share their heart-concerned best wishes, and just they really appreciate what I do. And I want you to know that that goes a long ways. And it also comes back to you because I appreciate you and what you do and the fact that you get onto the channel and you do watch the videos. So it's back and forth, and I do really appreciate that. And though there were those that did the questions and such that were done on the YouTube comments, and then there were those that emailed me with questions, and there's still some more coming in, and I just wanted to make sure I got this video out so I can at least cover some of the ones that came in the quickest. And I've got like 26, I think 27, 28 questions I'm going to answer here for you right now. So first of all, one of the questions is churches, and I've had several folks ask me about the churches. Is there places of worship? And let me just go through, I'm just going to read to you a quick list of some of the churches that are in the area. Lake Chapala Baptist Church, Lakeside Community, Little Chapel by the Lake, Home Church International, Lake Chapala Jewish Congregation, Lakeside Presbyterian Church, St. Andrew's Anglican Church, St. Andrew's Catholic Church, Abundant Life Assemblies of God, Church of Christ, the Mormon Church of the Holy Spirit, Lakeside Fellowship. Those are just somewhat of a list of the churches that are here around Lake Chapala. And I hope one of those actually is the church that you presently attend in the faith. Next is housing for those that deal with disabilities. Now, I'm going to kind of jump ahead on something here because there's a big thing in regards to those wanting to know about houses for sale and houses for rents, and also for condominiums or apartments and the prices. And what I want you to know, I've spent the last few days interviewing real estate agents, and here's why. I don't want a real estate agent that I refer just look at me referring my viewers as numbers, as a way of getting a paycheck. I want to make sure that those realtors that I actually refer to others are like friends. In other words, they're going to treat my viewers with utmost respect, and they're in no way going to do anything that would be anything that would be detriment to my name. So I've been real careful about the individuals that I'm going to be referring. So in one of the appointments that I had, I spoke about that subject, and it's somewhat kind of like case by case, because it depends on what the disabilities are that individual might be dealing with. I mean, is it a walker? Is it a cane? Is it a wheelchair? There's some different things that involves that. And so that's one of those kind of things that in dealing with a realtor, they would know more of, are there properties that will be available for that type of an individual dealing with that disability. So housing in that regards. Now, as I just mentioned to you, I've done some interviews with not only with selling agents, with listing agents, and also with those that are involved in property management and such. And I've got those videos coming up, and we're going to be going out and actually videoing some of the apartments, houses, and condos for rent, and also those that will be for sale. So, and I know that things don't stay on the market long here, and also they get rented pretty quick here too. So we'll be doing those as quick as we possibly can for you and get that information to you. So I want you to know that I've really been fine-tuning of making sure that I'm getting the right realtors and also the right property management and those individuals that are involved with properties for rent for my viewers and my subscribers. Okay, dental care. How about dental care? Excuse me. One of the questions was, how much are dental implants? Now, being from not only Southern California, but being from the state in Albuquerque, New Mexico, dental implants are really, really expensive. They can cost up to $1,500 for one tooth. To get dental implants here, I went through a few different sources, and what it's telling me is dental implants for both upper and lower is around $700. $700 for dental implants. Now that's US dollars. So in Canadian terms, it'll probably be a little bit more than that, but that's an incredible deal. I mean, you get in, you see a dentist, and the fees are just really, really inexpensive. So it's important to be able to take advantage of that while you're here. Just like one of my viewers was talking about, instead of having them done in the States, they had also heard what they cost here in the low cost, and they're looking at coming here to Lake Chapala and having them done here. So that's approximately what the cost is. Another one was crowns, and somebody else that's in the States was looking at having crowns done. For 4 crowns, it was going to cost $6,000. And they found out it's a lot cheaper here. So they're going to be having it done here. So when it comes to dental, it's a lot less expensive to have it done here in Mexico. And so that's just a little bit. There'll be another video coming out with some dentists that I interview, but I just want you to have the information right away so you know. On top of that, what does it cost to get a temporal or permanente residence? In other words, being legally temporary or permanent here in Mexico. And what you do here is you can either do it yourself, or you can have an attorney really kind of go through all the paperwork with you. Now, once we went through our consulate in Albuquerque, I don't remember exactly what the amount was, but I want to say it was around $200 to $300. Then we had to come to the States, and we had to go through some process. And what I'm going to do is that's also going to be another video about what my wife and I went through to get our temporals, because it was quite the journey. And I'll be sharing that with you in a totally another video. But what I do want you to know is, with all of it, it was probably somewhere around $650 to $700 total. So when it comes to making sure that the paperwork gets completed, that's around the price. And again, I'm going to be talking about how to go through that process and what all is involved on a future video that we've got coming out. Someone else wanted to know about banking in Mexico. Well, I've also been introduced to a gentleman who's actually one of the managers of one of the more and best well-used banks for expats. They speak English there, and I understand it's an incredible bank. I've been to one of the other branches, but there's a certain branch I've been actually referred to that I'm going to be going and talking to the manager there, and I'll be getting that information back to you. But banking. And I've had some questions about Charles Schwab accounts, because there are individuals that have 401ks, or they've got maybe they've got another type of an account when it comes to, you know, a 401k or some investments. And as I'd mentioned to this person, I mentioned to them that I used to be in financial services. I would encourage them to talk to their CPA, banker, or accountant, tax attorney to find out the best way to go about doing that, coming down to Lake Chapala, and how to best make sure that their finances work the best for them. So that's just kind of a direction that I would actually refer you to go in. Gyms. And there's folks that have an interest in Pilates. Well, there's quite a few different places to be able to go do that. I simply put in Pilates, and I put Lake Chapala, and several showed up. So what I'm just going to share with you, that might be something you want to do if you're looking for a certain type of a gym or a certain place to have Pilates done. That would be one of the directions I probably give to you. But what I am going to be doing is I've got an interview I'm going to be doing with one of the larger gyms here in town and giving you a video idea of exactly what type of facilities are here. Swimming options. Now there are pools. There are gated communities that have swimming pools. There are a couple of different other places you can go to have pools, and they have like different types of aerobics and all, and they've also got lap swimming and those kind of things. And I'll also be covering that information in an upcoming video also. Attorneys. What about attorneys? Well, you're going to find attorneys here that pretty much would cover every conceivable area of law, but one of the biggest ones is actually immigration. Now, the gal that we've had do our work, she is incredible. I wanted to do a video with her and have her basically help promote herself. She has so much business. She kindly declined that she has to turn down business. So we're grateful that we actually found out about her. And if there's somebody you want to find out who she is, you're more than welcome to. Well, I'll just tell you, her name is Susanna, and she's with ABC Realty, and she's by the Lake Chapala, Society facility. And again, Susanna, and she's with ABC Legal, and she's such a great gal, and she speaks very good English, and she's the one that actually helped us a lot with that. And also had questions about a POA or even a will. Those kind of things can actually be done by a notary. You could actually fill out whatever kind of a document you want to, and you have it notarized by a notary, and it's legal. So that makes that a lot easier to be able to do. But you have to make sure you've got one here from Mexico, because ones that are in the States aren't actually looked to here in Mexico. So it's got to be a separate one. So being able to get that done, you would go through a notary to be able to have that notarized. I mentioned earlier about immigration and what it cost us. And I just want you to know that we've got a video that's going to come out, as I mentioned just to you just a little bit ago. It's going to go through the steps that we took and where, in fact, you can make sure you take this step instead of the step or direction that we were told to take, so you don't have the heartache that we went through. That's going to be a soon video coming up, because it's been one we've been haven't been asked about. And so it's basically one of those on the list. I'm moving to the top to make sure to get that out to you right away. Airbnbs. Well, that's another video I've got coming out, and I'll be doing several Airbnbs because, again, I want to make sure that I'm able to refer my viewers who are like gold to me. Again, you're not a number, you're not just a subscriber, but you're a person. And with you coming down here, you are sacrificing things. There's a huge expense made when you're moving from the States or Canada to Mexico. It's a real decision. And I want to make sure that the individuals that I'm referring you to that can really be of help, that you're getting that information and you're getting it as best as possible. So that's a video we got coming out here shortly. But the Airbnbs, there's quite a few of them. There's a lot of them here, but I want to make sure that you get the best for my subscriber and viewer. Also, pharmacies. Well, I just did a video on this, and I let this person know that there were some videos on it. But on this video, I just want to let you know there's three main ones. One's called Guadalajara Pharmacy. It's the larger one. One's called Christine's, which is basically Central Ajijic. And then there's Pharmacias Simularis, which is another pharmacy that's in Chapala and Ajijic. Now, when it comes to pharmacies, there are basically a few things that my wife and I wanted to make sure of for us to go to which pharmacy we were going to go to. Here's a couple things. For one, do they carry the medication that we need? 2, do they have it in stock? 3, do they carry the dosage that we need? 4, how about is there a prescription required for that medication? I did say there's a medication that I take. It's a controlled substance in the States. It's $1,500. Here, it's $95. It takes a prescription from a doctor here locally, but I can still get it at great savings. And then the cost. And you'll find that the cost of medications here are considerably less than they are in the States, considerably. And if you're watching this and you're wondering about that, I've literally done videos on those 2 other pharmacies that you can go and watch those videos if you'd like. So medical insurance and Medicare. Well, I can actually share with you that we looked into this. This is one of those things we really looked into, and it was because of Barbara's Medicare. I'm not old enough to get it yet, because my medical is actually in the state of New Mexico when I'm there. But we're doing some things here for me also. But when it comes to Medicare, there's a company, they're called Lakeside Medical Group. And what they do is they actually facilitate about 350 medical plans from the United States and also from Canada. So I just did a video on that just recently also about how to get in contact with them and how to be able to find out how to use your medical insurance here in Mexico. Hospitals. I did a video on this, on both hospitals, San Antonio Hospital and Ribera's Hospital. Now, if you'll go look for those videos, I mean, it's not going to be hard to see them because right on the front, it talks about the hospitals. And it's just a recent video I did. But they're great videos. I show you pictures, show you where they're at, and that will, I think, really be of helpful for you. Golf courses. I've had folks ask about golfing. It just so happens I'm a golf professional. I actually am on the teaching side. I have an academy that's actually in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But when I came to Mexico, I decided to step back. I just need to heal, I guess. I've been pushing it pretty hard for quite some time. But I have been to both golf courses. I have not played golf. I have not done a lesson. I haven't done anything with my clubs. But I do want you to know, if you're a golfing fan, I'll be doing videos on both of the golf courses. I'll be going there. I'm going to shoot video. I'm going to show you what it looks like, the whole bit. And I think you'll really be impressed and excited about the type of golf courses they have here at Lake Chapala. Fishing clubs. Now, I don't fish. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat. I don't fish, but I was given a direction of contacting the Lake Chapala Society because apparently there are some clubs. There are groups of folks to get together and do fishing. Primarily, a lot of them are local Mexicans that actually fish in the lake. But there is fishing that goes on, and all I know right now is the type of fish I've been heard of most is carp. Okay, entertainment. So the question was, what type of entertainment is there when it comes to cable, when it comes to satellite? And here it is. You can get internet here, and I'm going to give you some speeds. To get 40 megs, one company offers it for $35 a month. And these are U.S. prices. 100 megs is $45. 200 megs is $50. 500 megs is $75. Now, there's another company that offers 30 megs for $17.50, 150 megs for $20, and 200 megs for $45. So they're actually a little bit less money. So when it comes then to basically watching TV, cable or satellite TV, there's a company that are out of Canada. It's called Shaw. And what they provide is they provide a basic plan for $6.95 US. Now, if you get Dish Mexico, it runs about $29 a month. You can get Sky Mexico, which runs about $50 a month and has about 114 channels. So those are when it comes to satellite and also when it comes to cable. And those are more things that when you come to Lake Chapala, you might be renting or buying a place that already has it wired in, or you might be renting a place that already includes it, just like where we rent. Actually, the cable, the satellite is already included, also the internet. So, and it's important in Mexico to have good, fast internet speed. So I hope this information has been helpful for you. It obviously gives you kind of a rounder idea. And those individuals that have asked all these questions, I want you to know again, thank you so much for asking these questions. I really appreciate you. And let me tell you, by no means, keep on asking the questions because I'll make sure that I get the answers for you. And there's a good chance there'll be videos about those also. Well, At this moment, I just want to say thank you for being a part of this video. If you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's a great channel. It's a great community. Give us a thumbs up. That lets other folks looking for great videos like this about Lake Chapala with value and quality content, they'll know which video to be watching. If you'd like to get to comment, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to interact with you. We really appreciate and enjoy talking to folks and talking back and forth, communicating. And I'd like to encourage you to hit the bell. What that does is gives you immediate notification once we have a new video that comes out, and you're not going to miss our upcoming videos. So with that, thanks again for being a part of this video. We really appreciate you. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the next video.